Today, I thought I would do something a little different. I've seen a few of these floating around YouTube. It is called a What's in My Dock video. So I'm going to try my best not to make this drag out. I do have quite a few items and applications in my dock. So with that being said, I'm not going to open each and every application. But anyways, let's go ahead and dig in here and see what I've got. First and foremost, obviously, in the far left corner of the dock, I do have the Finder. And for those of you not familiar with Mac, it is just where all of your stuff is. So all of your files are within your Finder. The Launchpad, this is a new feature that was added in the most recent update to the Mac OS, which is the operating system. All of your applications within your application are in here. You can actually scroll through these, but I'm not going to dig into that. Next is Mission Control. You can click on this and you can actually rearrange your desktops. You can go to desktop 5, 6, 7, and whatnot. It's a great way to manage your screens if you're working and do a lot of editing video and photos as I do. So I'm going to get out of that. Next is Twitterrific. I'm not going to open that. That is actually the client that I use, well, the Mac client that I use to view Twitter on my Mac. Next is Google Chrome, which is my preferred internet browser. Nothing wrong with Firefox, Safari, or Internet Explorer. Chrome for me just suits what I do better. I love the interface and the way the tabs work and whatnot. So that to me is why Chrome beats out the other competitors. Next is the App Store. This is something that has been added in the past year or so to the Mac system. It was stemmed from the App Store in the iOS with the iPad and iPhone. It is where you can go and actually purchase applications, Mac applications, directly from an App Store on the Macintosh. So as you see here, this is the home page, and if you want to buy something, you just click on the application and hit buy. It's a very easy and quick way for Apple to take your money, and I have lost many a dollar by doing so. Next is a suite of CS5. I do not have the most recent. Well, I don't know if they've released CS. I don't know. Anyways, Adobe InDesign, which is kind of a template designer. You can design books, magazines, and do a lot of artistic stuff within it. I don't use that as much. I do design a few things that I do freelance, but not much. Adobe Illustrator I use very rarely. I'm not what you would call an artist, and that's more of an artist tool. Adobe Photoshop CS5, that I use on a very regular basis. It's where you can go in, edit your photos, and publish them, share them, whatever you want to do. It's a very advanced photo editor. Lightroom I use daily. It's a photo organizing application such as iPhoto, but a little more advanced. This is Adobe Lightroom 3, and it is the most recent Lightroom, and it is really awesome. If you do not have this application and you're looking for an application to actually sort your photos, put tags on your photos, I may do actually a Lightroom 3 overview video, so I'm not going to dig into that now. Next is Adobe Dreamweaver CS5. I'm not much of an online programmer. I have built a few basic websites via Squarespace and a couple other WYSIWYG editors, but I've never been much on CSS, and I haven't read into it or learned that much about it. So I do dig into it a little bit when I want to tweak a few things, but not too much. This next application, it's a major. It's funny when I get to it. It's just a leaf, but it's actually a video converter. It's Ivy, I guess you would call it. Hence the ivy leaf there. It's a video converter slash editor. Well, it's not really an editor. You can actually take a format of video and change it over. I use this in Handbrake to do that. Handbrake's more of a DVD ripper, so this is primarily to convert video formats to other formats to make them fit where I want them to go. Next is Steam. I'm a fairly big gamer. I like to game a lot. I have all the consoles and do a lot of PC gaming. And Steam, for those of you who do not know, is an online gaming platform owned by Valve. And it's another app store kind of where you can buy games, another way that they can easily take your money, and it has done that as well. Next is the Address Book and iCal. These are two native applications that come with each Mac. The Address Book is where you can just put all your phone numbers and addresses for the people you know. iCal, pretty self-explanatory. That is where you can put all of your dates that you need to remember and have your work calendar sync there, and do a lot of fun stuff with iCal. ScreenFlow is actually what I'm using right now, an awesome application. You can actually get it in the Mac App Store for $99.95. Sounds a little pricey, but if you're looking to get into screencast like what I'm doing right now, check out ScreenFlow. Google ScreenFlow, and it'll take you directly to their website. I recommend this 100%. Next is ProPresenter 4. I work a lot at my church doing media and multimedia there, running slides for the worship and whatnot, and ProPresenter is a amped up PowerPoint. If you use PowerPoint to do at your church or for your band or whatever it may be, look into ProPresenter. It's, again, a little pricey, but it's a professional tool that works wonders, and it just looks so much better. I'm not going to go over this one. iTunes comes on every Mac. I know everyone in the world know what iTunes is. It's your music manager. The next one is Photo Booth. That's a fun application that comes with each Mac, in which you can take pictures and apply goofy filters to them and make yourself look extremely weird if you don't already look weird already. Aperture is a application that is produced by Apple, actually, and it is another photo managing software. And you may ask, why do I have it in Lightroom? Honestly, it's just to compare the two, and I am a application fiend, and I love downloading apps and spending lots of money on them. So it's not necessary. It's a nice app. You can edit photos, store them, manage them. Same thing with Lightroom. iPhoto, it comes with a Mac. It's another way to sort, manage photos. Final Cut Pro. Now, this application I do use a lot. This application was purchased by some people that I work for, so I did not purchase this application, but it is a very advanced application, again, produced by Apple and distributed by Apple, and it's a video editor that you can go in and do professional video editing. There's actually some indie movies that use this, and I believe there's some professional movies that use this as well. iMovie, which is what you'll see a lot of my videos that are filtered towards YouTube. A lot of mine are just edited with iMovie. It's easy, it's simple, you can drag and drop. You don't have to be a professional movie editor to know how to do it. It's fairly simple. It's very fun. Check it out if you got a Mac. GarageBand, don't do too much with this. I can pick a little bit on the guitar, but you can actually run live instruments through it, or there's actually digital instruments within the app that you can play around with. Next is Time Machine. I recommend using this. People that tell me all the time, I've lost everything, my hard drive crashed. You can prevent that. Get an external hard drive, plug it in, and it'll automatically back up with Time Machine. I'll actually do a video on how to set that up. Next is System Preferences. I'll click on that here. It's, if you're used to a Windows machine, it's kind of like the control panel. You can go in and edit your desktop. You can go in, edit your displays, your keyboard, your mouse. You can fiddle around with your wireless connection, and a whole lot of just under the hood stuff goes on there. Next is Pages. It's Microsoft Word for Mac. I'm not going to go any more into that. Numbers, it's like Microsoft Excel for Mac, and Keynote, like Microsoft PowerPoint for Mac. And then I have the suite here of Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Entourage. Why do I have those? Well, there's some things that before the update to these other Pages, Numbers, and Keynote came out, you could not send to people that had Windows machines, so I do have to have these. And Entourage is actually Outlook for your Mac. Stickies, that's a pretty cool application. You can go here and type different sticky notes to yourself, take out the trash, or whatever you need to do. So anyways, I'm not going to go into that anymore. And the last one is VMware Fusion. As I had stated before, I work with a lot of people who do not use Mac computers. I have to do stuff on the Windows side, and I have a video out for VMware Fusion. You need to go check it out. It's on my channel. It's a way to virtually run Windows on your Mac computer. Wonderful, wonderful tool. So that's what's in my dock. The rest over here is just stuff that is just kind of sitting in my dock that I have open. So that is my what's in my dock video. And if you have any applications that you think I should have that are a must-have for Mac owners, let me know. I'll download them, check them out, and hopefully you learned something, saw some apps in here that you liked. And if you have any questions about any of these apps that I just mentioned, let me know. But hopefully this video was not too long for you guys, but this has been another Mac apps video for you.